Alright, good evening everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about how crime and violence affects people in more than one way. So my specific purpose is to be able to inform the audience, you guys, on how crime and violence affects people in more than one way. So with the central idea, crime and violence has a big impact on the future generations and how it is that they succeed. Crime and violence causes extreme consequences as well. And lastly, crime and violence is what shapes our community into the rest of the world. So future generation success is impacted due to violence. So it is believed that youth get distracted because of violence. So, for example, 50% of the historically disadvantaged ethnic minority groups end up dropping out because of the type of distraction that they get due to violence. So with that being said, it also is not they're not able to develop themselves. So say that a little kid is going to school, he's constantly thinking about the shootings that's going on. Like for example, here in South Central, there's many shootings, there's many um, like violence around everywhere. People are constantly fighting, killing each other, where people are creating hatred crimes. So therefore, the youth go to school thinking about, I have to watch my back, or I have to do this, I have to do that in order to stay safe. So they're not able to, one, do good in school. They don't pay attention, and secondly, their minds don't develop how they're supposed to because they're constantly thinking about things that they're not supposed to. So basically, they don't think about the future. They don't think about their family. They don't think about how they're supposed to be taking care of themselves because they have all of this baggage in their head of the things that crime and violence actually causes. So with that being said, crime and violence does come with extreme consequences. So the United States, suicides and homicides have become the 11 leading causes of death. So majority of the deaths are from 15 to 34-year-olds of age that are getting killed, or they're killing themselves, due to the stress that they're under, because of the violence, the violence and crime that is committed in their community. So also, it ends up messing them up psychologically. So they end up thinking about that, day and night. They end up getting trauma because of it. Say that somebody's walking down the street, they end up getting stopped, or they end up getting shot. They end up just feeling like they can never do anything, and that messes them up psychologically. They're not able to really do as much as they wish they could do because of that same reason, and it's just a big baggage that's in the back of their head. They can't really do as what they want. Lastly, they start to feel alone, and they start to feel depressed, like they have no one in their corner. So they start to exclude others, like their friends or significant others. They start to not participate in family events. They start to isolate themselves, staying in their rooms and not being able to do what it is that they want to be able to do with their families because they just feel so overwhelmed with everything that's going on in their community. So lastly, violence and crime is what shapes us and our community. So for example, majority of our communities like South Central, Watts, Carson, Bell Gardens, all of these communities are, or might as well, all of California mainly has different ethnicity groups. So African Americans, Black, Indian, Hispanics, Indian, and other types of ethnicities that are all combined into one. So with that being said, here in South Central, we're all attacked under one. We're not attacked as, yeah, we're attacked as different ethnicities, but because we are Black, Hispanic, and we're people of color, we are attacked more. So with that being said, Donald Trump, he attacks South Central, he attacks Los Angeles because we are the face of the city. Hispanics and African Americans, we are literally the face of everything. So therefore, that's why our school districts, high schools, kindergarten, elementary, high school, we are all basically not given the same privilege that in other communities were to be given. So for that being said, like Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills gets an amazing type of community assistance. So they get their cars, their roads clean. They get their all of their houses like nice, and like their gardens and all that. Over here in South Central, we don't get none of that. We get the bare minimum, and that's pretty much it. But only because they have to, not because they want to go above and beyond for us. Our school districts barely get any funds to be able to succeed. We don't, and if we do get anything, it's end up being like really low cost. Like it's not something where we're actually winning anything. We're just basically there and getting the bare minimum because of it. So in conclusion, I was able to inform you guys about how violence and crimes affects our future generation and present as well, with three main points, which are the youth, the consequences that are brought because of crimes and violence, and how it shapes our whole community as a whole. Thank you.